The reading of the Noah Phelps Day Proclamation. Here is our Executive Director.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming today. This is a wonderful day of historic trades of the Revolution. We're approaching the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and many, many activities are starting to come together. So I'm very happy to introduce you to the President of the Historical Society, Tony Braz. Tony Braz, please come up.
Thanks everyone for coming out. It's a beautiful day and it's great to see everyone. Can you hear me? Is this better? Hey, thanks everyone for coming out, and especially our elected officials, our selectmen and our state representative. It's a wonderful day, beautiful weather. As you know, we're approaching our 250th anniversary of the signing of our Declaration of Independence. The Historical Society and a number of other town organizations are working on a number of events over the next year to celebrate. And Bob Moody is the chair of the 250th committee. Bob, do you want to say a few words?
This is just the start of activities. We kind of think of a bookend ceremonial, if you will. We had the two lights in the Phelps Tavern signifying Paul Revere's ride from the Lexington area down through Massachusetts into Connecticut. And the next closing event, if you will be on July 4th, the ringing of the bells at 2 p.m. throughout the nation. So in between, the 250th committee will be working on lectures and events to celebrate this momentous occasion. So let's get on with the proclamation.
I'd like the Simsbury selectmen to please proceed to the tent. And thank you, Wendy McStudis, for selectmen, Kevin Beal, Heather Getz, and Diana Yeasley.
Hi, thanks for having us. We're going to read the proclamation that we did at our last board meeting. Jane and Bob came dressed in his gear. I guess you wore that at the meeting. So I'm going to turn it over to Kevin, who's the liaison to the 250th, to kick us off. And here we go.
Town of Simsbury, Proclamation, May 10, 2025 as Noah Phelps Day. Whereas Simsbury joins municipalities across the United States in recognizing lesser-known stories about historically significant people, places, and events related to the American Revolution and the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and whereas Noah Phelps was born in Simsbury on January 22nd, 1740, lived here until his death on March 4th, 1809, served in the 18th Regiment Connecticut Militia with the rank of lieutenant in 1771, and was raised to the rank of captain in 1774, and
whereas a deadly confrontation on April 19, 1775 at Lexington and Concord between Massachusetts colonialists and British soldiers heralded the onset of the American Revolution, and horseback riders spread news of the Battle of Lexington and Concord in every direction, with the alarm reaching Hartford and other Connecticut towns on April 20th, 1775, and whereas Captain Phelps and others assembled in Hartford in April 1775 to converse about the means to support the people of Boston, and were called upon to design a scheme to take Fort Ticonderoga by surprise from the British and gain ownership of artillery housed there, and that group formed the Committee of War for the expedition, and
whereas Captain Phelps and volunteers set out on foot to Salisbury, Connecticut, increasing the size of their party to 16 men, then continued to Pittsfield, Massachusetts, where about 50 additional volunteers joined, and then met Connecticut leaders and 100 Green Mountain boys in the area now known as Vermont, and a council of war held in Bennington directed Captain Phelps to proceed to disguise to the fort before the surprise attack and report on its condition, And whereas on May 12, 1775, the colonists overtook Fort Ticonderoga without any loss of life, becoming the first offensive victory in the fight for independence from British rule, and
I'll let Kevin do one more.
Whereas Captain Phelps served as chair of the Simsbury town meeting that passed the Articles of Confederation in January 1778, and Captain Phelps was one of 55 delegates who met at the convention of the state of Connecticut in November 1778 to ratify the Articles, and
I'll read one. Whereas Captain Phelps was promoted to colonel in the 18th Connecticut Regiment Continental Army in 1779, founded the Phelps Tavern in 1786, and over the course of his lifetime served as tavern keeper, Major General of the Connecticut Militia from 1796 to 1799, Postmaster, Hartford County Justice of the Peace, Judge of Probate, and Surveyor of Lands in Simsbury. Now therefore, be it resolved that we, the Board of Selectmen, hereby proclaim May 10th, 2025 as Noah Phelps Day in Simsbury in honor of his notable contributions to the capture of Fort Ticonderoga and lengthy record of public service to our town, state, and country. Thank you. Melissa.
so we'll introduce our state representative, Melissa Osborne, to read a proclamation from the state.
Thank you very much, Selectman Beal. Thank you for being here today, everybody. I have to be closer?
Yes.
Okay. Gotta take my glasses off because I'm just too vain to have gotten bifocals yet. All right, this is a State of Connecticut proclamation from His Excellency Ned Lamont, Governor, an official statement. On behalf of the State of Connecticut, I, Ned Lamont, Governor, take great pleasure in celebrating Major General Noah Phelps. In recognition of the 250th anniversary of the peaceful surrender of Fort Ticonderoga. On the morning of May 10, 1775, militiamen led by Ethan Allen and Benedict Arnold crossed Lake Champlain and captured the British Fort Ticonderoga. This battle provided essential artillery and morale for the men of the Continental Army. The fort also served as a vital geographic position throughout the Revolutionary War. We recognize the contribution made by Major General Noah Phelps for his contribution to the capture of Fort Ticonderoga and to the Connecticut militia. His actions were crucial to the state of Connecticut, and we are forever indebted to him for our independence. It is with pride and honor that we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the surrender of Fort Ticonderoga. Therefore, I, Ned Lamont, Governor of the State of Connecticut, do hereby officially convey honor and recognition upon Major General Noah Phelps in the state of Connecticut. Anyone want the mic?
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Simsbury Board of Selectmen. Thank you, everyone who turned out today to help us celebrate historic trades of the Revolution, and more importantly, to recognize our own Noah Phelps, who lived here, right here in this house behind you, for his contributions. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
For over 40 years, SCM has been the voice of our town,
bringing us together through local programming,
education, and live broadcasts.
SCM isn't just about television.
It's about empowering our community,
ensuring our voices are heard during government meetings,
and celebrating milestones
like our high school graduations.
But today, SCM faces a challenge.
Our funding structure is based on television subscriptions.
And it's no secret,
People have been cutting the cord.
With a shift to internet-only subscriptions,
SEM receives less revenue.
Even though all our programming is freely available online.
We need your support.
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 Your donation can make a difference.
It will ensure that SCM remains open,
continues to educate our youth,
and keeps our community informed.
Thanks to SEM, I've been honing my creative skills, helping me work towards my college degree.
SCM is crucial for keeping our community connected.
SCM isn't just here to broadcast local events. They're actually preserving Simsbury's history.
Join us.
Join us in preserving Simsbury's voice.
Simsbury's voice.
Together we can ensure that SCM continues to thrive
for generations to come.
Visit our website
or scan the QR code on your screen to make your donation.
Every contribution
counts.
Thank you for supporting Simsbury Community Media,
where your town,
your schools,
and your government
come together.